guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Arissa and this is Arissa Root Art. And I am doing a diptych of a Deconstructed Bloom today, but I put a barrier on it. As you can see, this is just some masking tape because I want to see if I tilt with this tape, can I maintain more of the bloom first and foremost, but secondly, just what the heck it will do. Sorry. So I'm going to try this today and I'm super excited. I'm using 7 colors in Arissa fashion and 2 cell activators. And I will show you my colors first because I really love them. And I'm going to stop it and turn on my flash and then show you my colors. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I'm actually going to show you my colors from behind because I really want to see how they look in the camera, because sometimes when I show you my colors, I realize they're not even in the viewfinder. You can't even see them. So I want to do this the right way. So the first one we have is the Sargent liquid metal in the Aztec gold because it's lovely. It's one of my favorite golds. And then we have Prussian blue by Amsterdam because who doesn't love Prussian blue? It's beautiful, right? I love it. And then let's go to our primary elements and Prizm pores and all that goodness. So the first primary element I'm using is Sea Dancer. This is in their new Starburst Galaxy line. Look at that beautiful color. There's a bubble there. It'll pop. But look how beautiful this color is. It's so pretty. Oh, love it. And then I have Moody Lilac. It's in their Pearl Prizm Pore colors that just came out too. This is the Moody Lilac. Look how gorgeous. It's so creamy and delicious. I love it. And then we have Spiced Plum. That's a primary element. Let me see. Oh, look. I keep saying that. That's an actual chunk. I should get that off and stir that in. Chunky, chunky, chunky. I'm gonna take that out. I feel like that's part of my pouring medium. Don't want that in there, but let's look at the Spice Plum. Look how pretty. Eek, I love it. And then we have the Fennel flowers, another new one that just came out in their Starburst Galaxy line. Oh, man, this color is superior. I love it. Love that color. And then lastly, I have a mix. So I wanted to do an interference red. So I used the Bling It Interference Red by ColourArte. But to it, I wanted a tint. So I added a little bit of the Big Apple by ColourArte, their Prizm Pore line. And then I also wanted a gold hint. So I added a little bit of the Interference Gold. And so this is the color it came up with. And it's just beautiful. Like I'd like a dress this color. Look how gorgeous that color is that I created using all those things. And it was literally just like one tiny, tiny drop of the Big Apple because I didn't want it to be red, but oh man, that is such a gorgeous color. I'm happy with this one. But those are my colors that I'm using. Let's get to pouring. I'm also using this duster I bought. It's a big duster and there's 2 settings, but it's still super, super, super powerful. So what I did is I took 2 caps. They're like straw caps with a hole in it for a straw like that. And I bent some of the caps, the triangles in and left some out. So it makes this less powerful. It's still really powerful. I don't know if it'll work because this is my first time making a pour with it. So I'll see how I control it. If it doesn't work, I'll switch to my hairdryer, which I know I can control, but I want to play with the powder. I want to play with my duster. So let's do that. And this duster is cool though, because it comes with, sorry, one more thing. It comes with all these other attachments, including a concentrator. So it's got a long one that's got an angle on it. It's got a concentrator. It's got an actual duster. It's got a narrow. Lots and lots of attachments come with this. And I got it on Amazon. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description below. But let's just get pouring. This is going to be really colorful. I want to do a treatment on it afterwards. Speaking of, my last pink ones that I had that I was going to do a part 2 for, they sold super quickly. And I couldn't do the part 2. because I had to get them ready because they sold so quickly. So I'm going to do a part 2 for this one. I'm trying to make sure I can do a part 2 for this one because it's going to be really cool. I hope. So let's pour my base coat. This is the PPG Eggshell, what is this called? MultiPro house paint. And this is right out of the jar here. All right. I'm super excited to see how this thing, this duster blows. I made a video last night that I thought I was making. Totally wasn't making it. I went to it after I loved my pour and it wasn't recording. That was the first time I'd ever done that. I was quite disappointed. There is a little chunk. Let me grab that out. Where's my... So I didn't get to record my video last night. And you know, I don't even know what order I'm putting these in because I just wanted to play. Whoa, what was that? But I will move this about a little bit. Cover my canvas a little more and center that up. Make sure, I think there's a chunk here too. That is a bubble underneath there. All right. So let's throw some paint down. I think I'm going to definitely start with my, gold. Yeah. I'm going to do one here. So what color are we going to do on top of this? This is where I should have made a decision before. So I'm going to do my Moody Lilac. Look at me just dropping bits. What in the world? Some dry paint on my table, obviously. Get that out of there. So gold, then Moody Lilac. I think I'll go, where do I want to put the X? I will do my Sea Dancer. And then my Prussian blue. Prussian blue is a transparent color. It's a tube paint, but it's transparent. So you can put it on top of things and that'll be fine. And on top of that, I think I'm going to go with my mix, my interference mix. And then my Fennel flowers. I'm putting these back in order of which I'm pouring them right now. So now I have an order. 2. And then my Spice Plum. All right, I'm going to put white down, then black down. We will see what we get with this very powerful blower. Hopefully it'll work. If not, I'll adjust. I seriously am dropping chunks of everything everywhere. What is happening with my table? I guess I should have changed my plastic. Let's try this. I'm gonna blow just a little bit. The colors are so pretty. Oh, the colors are so pretty. So I do want to blow right here down just a bit. Alrighty. I like that. That's super colorful. I am so interested to see how this looks when I tilt it out, since it's in this barrier. And I'm going to do this one before I tilt this. I'm going to let it super collect so it's all completely off of the canvas. so I can get a true sense of how it's going to move. Ooh, there goes my apron and my thing. Thank goodness I'm wearing my apron. All right, one more here. Interesting. It's so pretty. Now I don't want to get my apron in it. There we go. All right, let's do side two. While that settles, spread this around a bit. Center it back up. If you see a chunk, get a chunk out. Do I see a chunk? I feel like I do. There you go. I saw you in there, heifer. Sorry, I'm from Texas. I call everybody heifer. There we go. because if you cover it up too much, you'll stop the outlet from being able to suck in, and you don't want to overheat it, which is why I'm not leaving it on for a long time, because I did alter it by putting that plastic on the end, so it will overheat if you let it just run and run and run and run. You don't want to do that. Now, if you were to take it off, you could just let it just run. And also, it does warm up the air a little bit. So this is certainly not hot air that I'm using here, but it will warm up the air just a little bit. So again, if you're going to be running it for a very long time, the air is going to keep getting a little bit warmer, and you may cook your house paint. So don't do that. Get in there, get it done. So I wouldn't recommend putting all your puddles down with this and then blowing them all. Just do one at a time so this thing has a chance to cool down in between puddles. I really like that one. That one looks really cool. All right, last one, and then we'll tilt the other one a little bit, and then I'll take off the tape. I may do that one over again, actually. Just put some more paint on it since I've got the barrier there, so I have the ability to do that. My paint's not running off, but I'll create another little puddle with the house paint, just because it was my first time blowing on it, and I can do better. I've done better. So I'm like, okay. Live, learn, do it again. That's my mantra. So I will definitely be pouring that one over a bit. Not scraping it, certainly, because there's good colors, there's redeeming factors, but I want to change the form just a little bit. All right. And I'm actually not going to make them interact too much. I like the negative space in there this time. Let me get that line of gold out. So I'm gonna put a little more paint right there, just on top, and I'm gonna blow that one a little bit about, just to see if I can do a little bit better. And now I have to, because I put paint on it. I have no choice in the matter. And so I have to do better. I just messed it up if I don't. This little toy. I think I'm gonna like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like it. All right, so I'm gonna turn this one just so I can blow a couple little spaces here without getting my apron and everything. This is so pretty, you guys. You will see. It's so pretty. I need a touch of paint on this corner because the paint is already touching the canvas. The color is already touching the canvas, so you don't want that. And same here. And that part where I just dripped on will come off, so it's not a big deal. All right, so since I just blew this one, that I'm so glad I did. It looks so much better. I'm going to actually tilt this one first, but let me get it moving. Oops. I want that little spot there. I must have dripped a little bit. What is that? Use my thing here and just muddle it a bit. Perfect. Get that bubble out of there. All right. Okay, go back to where it was. So I'm just gonna cover the corners. I don't need a paint right there, but I feel better not having my paint touch the canvas. I'm gonna cover all the surface and then I'm gonna take off the tape. And then see what I get. All right, one more little spot over here that is not covered. Get it there, now it is. All right, so let's take off this tape. It's one piece, thank goodness. Let me make sure nothing is gonna fall off that I don't want to fall off right now, so I can have my own choice in the matter. Oh man, that's so pretty coming off that side. All right, so now let's get to really tilting. I'm gonna let it come off of this side just a little bit where that, actually let me blow it. Just to muddle it a bit, that way if it doesn't come off, I'm okay. I'm gonna go off of this corner up here first where I dripped on that bloom a bit. So just get that corner off. Okay, I'm gonna turn this a bit because this part right here is gonna bother me. Without dripping, get my finger right in there. There we go. Oh, I did just do that. Oh my gosh, I just dripped over the whole thing. That's such a doofus move. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see if I can adjust for that, because that's annoying. And that's really a pretty part of that bloom. I don't really want to lose it all, because I'm a doofus. But I'm gonna have to lose some of it. And I want to pour this over. My goodness, that was annoying. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can fix that a little bit more without having to lose it all. Just a slight touch. Make it sink into the lacing a little bit more. That's not bad, actually. I'm not mad at it. Good. There we go. Ah, looks good. Yes. Now, don't drip on it anymore, girl. So, I don't like that bloom up top, I think. And I really like these two blooms. So, I'm going to get rid of a lot of that one up top and keep these two main ones. And I do have plenty of paint on here to do that. But I'm just going to walk it so I don't just go too wobbly with everything. So, I'm going to get rid of a lot of that one, because I still have a lot of interest everywhere else to let that happen. And I still have a lot of paint to let that happen. Just come down. Oh, that little gold piece that I was muddling with, I'm gonna take that off there. There. I don't mind a little bit of the gold, but I don't want the black that was mixed in with it. So I'm gonna come up to this corner a bit here and take some of the negative space down. I'm not going to take it all the way completely off because I like it, just take some of it down here. Sorry, you can't see for a moment. Let me turn this a bit. Not dripping on my canvas again. I want to take a little bit of this corner. Find the weight of my paint. There we go. That's exactly where I want it to be falling, so that works. Oh, the way I described that, disguise that line is really cool. I like it. I don't want to take too much of that off, so I'm just going to help it. And let's get this all settled back so it's a little more centered. So now that it's centered, I'm going to get it almost all the way to the right and then come up with it so it straightens things out a bit. Turn that, put that back where it belongs. Ooh, that is really pretty, you guys. Those colors are gorgeous. All right. This took a completely different direction color-wise than I wanted it to initially, and I'm glad it did. I may take off some of that. I'm gonna go ahead and take off some of this white corner up here. It doesn't seem to want to fit. It's too big as compared to the one over here down by me. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of it off and make it a little grayer. There we go. Get that spread back out. Bubble. Stubborn bubble. Oh, I love the movement here. This is really pretty. I love the movement here. Gorgeous. So I'm gonna stop with that one. Now, I'm gonna put this one more to the side because I have to take off the tape and I don't wanna mess it up by doing so. So let's fill the corners here on these. I don't know if I'm gonna end up with 2 blooms on this one or not, because I like them all. And my goal was to keep the 3 blooms on that one, and it just didn't happen. But let's see what we can get. So let me take off this tape here. Folding it in so I don't get close to my other piece. Going slow, or keeping your movement small so you don't fling paint anywhere. And from here, coming from over here. And again, hugging the corner, keeping your motion small when you're pulling tape off of wet paint. So you don't fling paint everywhere, including on your piece. All right. Ooh, this is pretty. All right, it's all the way up there, so I'm gonna just take these corners off first and let them stretch a bit. Get a lot of that old bloom off of there and leaving that bloom, the new bloom. Same on this corner here. Getting that old stuff off. The original one, I won't say old, I guess. It's not old. Okay, I'm gonna turn it a bit without dripping on my first one. Be careful, careful, careful. Now let's work on this top bloom. I want to take a little bit of that side bloom off and stretch it out a bit. Not so much of the cells. I want those the lacing to stretch in the center on this one. And go to that corner and take a bit off. And stretch the lacing because it's super pretty. And hook it and then bring it back to stretch it out. And then go to that top corner over there. Going down to get to the corner. So this one looks a lot different. So these actually may not be a diptych. If they don't look enough alike, I don't do it as a diptych. I just keep them separate because I really like this one. And I don't actually, I'm going to take that lacing off. It looks a little, it's that pinky color, which is pretty, but it's not committed to being pink enough. So I'm like, no, I need you to commit. So you'll be blue. Oh, this is really pretty. So I'm gonna come around again. So I can move it towards you all. There's a white line right here on this corner that I'm gonna definitely get rid of. Just moving my paint slowly down. And let it come off of that corner where there's that little white tick area. Let that fall. And then come back. Get a little bit of that white off that's right there. And then bring it back. I don't mind a little bit of it, but I don't want a tremendous amount. And now I'm gonna put the balance of this back on the other side, or centered more, because it is very heavy towards the left of me. So I wanna center it more. There we go. Take some of that brown off in the center and then go back. Ooh, this is pretty. Not dripping. Don't drip on the other piece. So that's the nerve-wracking part. That's the nerve-wracking part of doing a diptych and a deconstructed bloom, because there's so much paint involved, and I don't want it to just splatter in the other piece. That would be very disappointing. All right. Oh my gosh, this one's so pretty, and I love that there's more negative space in the center than I typically do. Ooh, I love that. Oh, these are so pretty. Let me get you down and show you. All right, that took a minute because you can see I've scraped up about 2 cups of the house paint that was dripped off. So I can use that for either a flow extender for another deconstructed bloom or a base, because I can put more white paint in there and it would be semi-white, off-white. But look at the colors in these. You guys, I absolutely love that thing. I love the blower, the duster. I love the duster. This little corner makes me so happy because it looks so unassuming, but that's that iridescent or interference red mix that I put in there. And so then it just pops. But look at this. Oh, the spice plum in there is just gorgeous. And then you have the Prussian blue. Oh my gosh, this is pretty. This is super, super pretty, and I love it. Look at all the beautiful cells in the middle, and this part just gives me chills. It just, this gradient that just blends out into white, and it's so pretty. I love that part. And that's the corner I poured off a little bit more, but look how pretty that is. And then this is the second one. I'm so glad I did this bloom over. This is the one I did over, I think. No, this is the top. This is the first. This is not the one I did over. That's on the bottom now because I turned it over. But look how gorgeous all of this lacing is. And the center, I love this because it's not just white and black. There's so many colors deep in there, and it's gorgeous. And then you get down, this is the bloom that I blew over again. But oh, look at those. Look at the richness of the colors. It's just so gorgeous. Oh, goodness. I'm super happy with these. I don't think there's going to be a part 2 to this because I can't do what I was going to do on these. So I'll definitely do that in a different video so you can see a part 1. But I love these. I don't know if they're going to be a diptych because there's 2 blooms on one and 3 on another, but I love them individually, and so I can't do it. Here's the lights on. That's what I use to scrape my paint. I use those little trays. So lights on. I love that so much. Look at them. They're so pretty. All right. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I've got paint all over now. You guys are great. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe, like, share this with your friends and family. I love that so much. Thanks for watching. Use my code ARISSAROO221 for your 20% discount on ColourArte products, and you too can get these beautiful colors, all of them. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.